Pep, well done. What pulled you through today's tie?
Yeah, we did it. 7 times in a row, semi-finals of the FA Cup. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is outstanding. That means this generation of players that they have done this many years until they come here, one of the toughest away place to come, because the way they played, intensity, the pressing, and the guys, even the first half, we were not, winning. I said half time, you had the game in your hands, so keep going. And after the impact from Nico was really, really good, but not just him, everyone. So yeah, really pleased for that, for reach a semi-final again.
For all the experience in your team, how satisfying is it when a young player comes in and makes an impact?
Oh, of course it is, but not just young players, and the old players as well. So look today, Bernardo, Gundo, Kevin, they are really, really, really good. So all of them, and of course the young players. So look, Nico scored 2 goals against Plymouth. So and today the impact was again outstanding.
Well, 3 goals, 2 assists in the FA Cup for Nico O'Reilly, not bad.
We're going to play in semi-final for sure.
Well, what about this competition? And you mentioned obviously 7 semi-finals. In terms of the intensity that your team showed in the second half, was that a bit more like it? If you see what I mean?
No, not the second, in the first as well. So comparing the game we played here in November, we came here with flip-flops. We came here for the holidays, still wearing holidays against that team. If you don't compete, if you are not, you do what you have to do, it's impossible. And today we were a team, we challenge. Football, you have to run. So in my period as a manager in my career, all the people say, how good they play, No. We were how much we run, how much we fight, and this season for many, many games didn't happen.
You're fighting like a team that wants this FA Cup so badly.
Sorry?
You're fighting like a team that wants to win this FA Cup so badly.
No, we were semi-finals. Listen, we have except Bournemouth and of course and the teams that we faced in so far, it was in lower divisions, but when you are 7 times in a row, you play all the games, all the teams in the Premier League, in Championship, we have been there. So we love the FA Cup, so hopefully we can reach the final, and I'm really pleased to play against Nottingham Forest.
Any idea how serious Erling Haaland's injury is yet?
I don't know yet. We'll have to see.
And you mentioned Nottingham Forest, tough semi-final.
Yeah, we have been Aston Villa, we have been Crystal Palace, so we cannot be differently.
Well done.
Thank you.
I mean, you both enjoyed winning the FA Cup. That is worth noting. 7 semi-finals in a row. Does take a lot of mental fortitude as well as obvious skill.
Yeah, we have a great attitude from Pep to have for the so-called domestic competitions, where some clubs kind of almost wrote him off the last few years. But Pep's always took him serious. For a guy who's won everything in the game, it's a great example, and it's a brilliant record he's got.
I mean, there's a lot of League Cup wins in there as well. So just to back up, Roy was saying about how he takes cup competitions.
Yeah, but when you look at the cup competition and you look at what's happened with Newcastle recently, everybody should be taking them seriously. It's a cup to win. Yeah. And it is good to see that Pep always does put in he's got a brilliant squad, so he's always going to put in a good team, but they're very serious about it. But, of course, Bournemouth coming in, not beating them in such a long time, but, City is set to win this one with 7 on the spin. It's a tough team to beat.
Absolutely. Let's hear from very well, didn't he? Yeah. Get high up the pitch, get the crosses in, and he brought an energy, didn't he?
Yeah, but quality crosses.
An impetus.
Yeah, he put a couple of crosses in within 3 or 4 minutes of the second half. Sends a message to Bournemouth that we mean business, running in behind, and also with that bit of quality. We've seen it before in the previous rounds, like it's been mentioned there. Had a huge impact on the game, and that's what City needed.
Yeah. Sometimes the game's most of the time the game is very simple, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have been very tough. If Bournemouth couldn't take advantage of that City side in the first half, maybe get another goal to give them even more impetus to stay with it and stay intense. They couldn't do it. They brought on Nico. In fact, the two substitutes came on and made a massive impact. With Marmoush going long, them getting deeper. It felt like it was inevitable.
I mean, we saw it from O'Reilly straight away. Even though the first cross didn't lead to anything, it was a sign of what was to come and what their intent was.
Yeah, send a message to your own teammates and obviously the opposition, that if I get wide and I put balls in there, obviously we were critical of not for the cross. Yeah, but they won't get enough bodies in there. Yeah. But they know the next time he's in there, get bodies around him and he put it in.
Yeah. Is this as much, this is the one that came to nothing, but that sends a signal to the teammates, Ian, as a striker, oh, right, he's going to do that. I know what I need to do next.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that when, again, he's got into a situation, you want people arriving with that kind of intention. You know, like even with the first one, you know, they could have made up his mind to put in that cross. This one made up his mind to put in the cross. You could see the energy and how much Haaland wanted to get in there, and he really
looks up, doesn't he?
Absolutely,
Puts it in that corridor.
Yeah.
And you go finish it off, Haaland.
And not an easy finish. It wasn't an easy finish, but he made it look easy. And then
it wasn't easy for Haaland today the way he was playing, but he made it in the end.
Then he got injured. He got his foot trapped under Cook and sort of.
Yeah, looked a sore one for him.
Yeah, he had to go off. Marmoush came on. Marmoush has looked. He's looked full of potential, hasn't he? When we've seen him in the Premier League.
Yeah, but we know that what he's capable of with his skill set, pace, the skill. You know, the fact that he wants to stretch teams, and like I said, he wants to come on and with Bournemouth dropping deep. You know what I mean? Because they were afraid it gave them more space.
Bournemouth, for considered having a pretty decent season. I know they're missing some important players. As soon as that goal went in the first, they seemed to lose belief in themselves, and they just, they didn't look like they could get back into the game.
You did say just before kick-off you worried about Kepa.
Yeah,
and your prediction, your worry came true, sadly, from Bournemouth's point of view.
Listen, obviously it's good from City here. This time they're putting them under pressure. We see O'Reilly here, really good at football intelligence. And obviously it's a mistake here, but you got to punish them, and this is what they've done. Lovely little reverse pass. It's on target. The keeper's made a few mistakes recently, I think, against Spurs and Brentford. And both lovely ball.
O'Reilly there as well.
At this level, you have to say it.
Seen a little bit maybe of the future of City this season, haven't we? Rico Lewis, who I know he was around last season. Obviously O'Reilly, McAtee's come on. We saw Nico Gonzalez go through the biggest warm-up we've ever seen, but he's a sort of mini Rodri, which maybe they can sort of mix and match next season. Do you think we've just seen a little bit of a sign of next season's City almost?
Well, yeah, when you consider that the age of someone like Haaland, and I'm sure there's going to be more. There's going to be more signings. I still feel that Kushinov is going to be a really good player for them at some stage. So, with Pep staying for the time he's meant to be staying, he's going to build something else, and we're going to see the next income of whatever they're coming with.
Yeah, especially with a lot of City, with a lot of particularly midfield, older players, and probably looking into leaving the summer.
We've got Gundogan, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. Not that he's too well, but he's talked often about going back.
It's a big act to follow for these younger players, but if they're getting an opportunity, and we saw one or two of them taken today, then obviously it looks a bright future for some of them.
Did you feel in the end that Bournemouth's bench just wasn't deep enough? They couldn't go in the way that Pep Guardiola could to change the
and that's the problem with the squads. I think for Bournemouth to have got a result today, they needed all their best players. They were missing a few. They lacked a little bit of confidence and belief. I don't think they had a shot on target in the second half.
No, none.
And they were up against history, up against a good City team, obviously, and it just seemed a bit too much for them today. And that's it. But they've done their best.
It's right. If you catch City like you did in that first half, Haaland missed a hat-trick in that first half, and then you can't galvanise to try and put them under more pressure to get that second goal to really take the sting out of them, then you're probably going to end up like it.
And you know what? The big challenge now for Bournemouth and any team of this club of this size is when the expectation over the last 12 months and the big trying to live up to it, just a bit too much from today.
Absolutely. Manchester City through to the...
Nico, well done. Bernardo, what pulled you through today?
Well, I think the motivation of this is the only hope that we have of winning something. And the team played a really aggressive game, a really good game. We're very happy. We're very happy today.
And how do you sum up the impact of this guy?
He was unbelievable. Against Plymouth, he showed the impact that he can have on the game, and the energy that he brought into the game changed completely the game for us. So well deserved. I'm happy for you, and that's what we need in the team.
Nico, you're loving the FA Cup this season. It's 3 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying my hardest every game. I'm trying to help the team out as much as I can, and I'm glad I've been able to do that so far.
And what did the manager say to you? He brings you on. He obviously wants that width. Immediately, you make that impact.
Yeah, I mean, he was just saying running behind, try and get high, come inside when the winger goes outside. So yeah, I was just trying to do that really.
And what pleased you most, the first or the second assist?
I mean, there's both important, so I'm happy with both.
Lovely flick round the corner, wasn't it, for the second goal? Now Nottingham Forest semi-final.
Yeah, another tough draw for us, but it's the semi-finals. We're playing Wembley. We're happy. We're very happy.
Guys, well done. If I can do the honours as well. Player of the match, Nico O'Reilly. Bernardo, thank you.
And he summed up his game.